Hello there, I'm Martin Logan and welcome to the Irish in the UK. This week we're in Birmingham to meet Carol Scanlon and her wonderful Irish dancers who had great success in the World Championships in America. We'll also be joining Sean McDermotts Gaa club in Warwickshire as they hold a very special Memorial Day to honour Coley Folan, who was a big part of the club for many, many years. But first up, we're off to the Liverpool Irish Centre to meet the Tumbling Paddies, who are a young band from County Fermanagh and are making a big name for themselves right across Ireland and here in the UK.
Hey, it's a good job I'm a strong man, for
Gareth, a great name, the Tumbling Paddies. Where did you get it from?
Martin, we got the name from the first night we were playing. Ciaran tumbled Gaa, so we decided to call it the Tumbling Paddies.
And listen, did you all get out of it, you know, without a scrape?
Not a scrape, we were very best. The cat was out clean off, but we were 100%.
Now listen, you're the singer in the band, or one of the singers. Have you written a song about that?
About the, oh God, no. Oh jeez, no, we'd like to forget about that. You know, never mind. Ciaran's scared for life.
Now, Lee, tell me a little bit about the band.
We're going about 3 or 4 years, I'd say. We're performing for a headline band, Bioga, and then we kind of just moved forward from then. And John came on board, and Oisin here came on board as well, and we just went forward from there, and gradually got more and more gigs and got busier.
And Martin, you've got great connections, of course, with Manchester, because your uncle worked here in Manchester, Michael McSherry, for many years, and your aunties and everything.
Yeah, I suppose Mickey was here, and Annie and Bridie and Veronica was all here for years. Mickey came home, always spoke about his time in Manchester and loved it, and made great connections over here, and Annie in Liverpool and all the rest. So I suppose Manchester will be one of the next places on the cards for us, and hopefully London as well. I suppose thanks to yourself, Martin, for playing us on the radio week in, week out, and other DJs like that. We wouldn't be known over here only for you, so thanks a million for that.
Ciaran, tell me a little bit about the music you play.
We started off with a traditional Irish background. We still try to keep that in our music, and we're trying to focus to a younger crowd, kind of a lappy crowd to keep it lively in the gig, you know.
And you played at quite a few flowers up and down the country, I believe.
We'd all compete in the flowers and play in the flowers. We're playing at Ulster Flower this year at the concert we played last year and got a good reception from the crowd, so we've been asked back, and we try to compete and we teach. So me and Gareth actually had a bit of success there. This our wee young band, our Coley band, came first in the Fermanagh Flower, so we're happy to celebrate that this evening.
Oisin, you're here at the Liverpool Irish Centre tonight. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. It's first time in Liverpool, and it's nice to get across the water and see can we put a crowd in and, you know, have a good time tonight. So looking forward to getting things kicked off.
Yes. So this is your first time as a group to play overseas.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It was an early one this morning. I had a good crack getting up. So now we're definitely raring to go tonight.
Now, John, you're a new member in the band because you're stepping in for somebody else tonight.
Yeah. John's the main drummer, so he is. But I'm just stepping in for a few gigs here and there whenever he can't play. So I'm happy to get whatever I can, and then it's good crack playing with the boys because they're good fun.
Gareth, you've got a lovely new song out at the moment, Pretty Girl. How is that going for you?
It's going very well, Martin. We've got loads of airplay now, and we're getting loads of airplay at the minute. It's going really well for us now, and hopefully it keeps going well. And now we're doing a duet with the country singer Derek Ryan over in Ireland now, so that'll be out now in July. So we're looking forward to that now too.
Andy, you're the manager of the Tumbling Paddies. Of course, it's very difficult for a young band to get going these days, but these lads seem to have made a great impression.
Yeah, these lads are really taking off. They're filling the venues up and down the country, all over the place. We were in Killarney there a couple of weeks ago and was sold out. They had to close the doors, and all around the country, from Belfast down to Cork, they've been playing, and all venues have been sold out. It's great, and it's great to see. There are 6 young lads from around Derrygonley, County Fermanagh area, and brilliant musicians, all Ireland champion flower winners and everything in the band, and it's unbelievable. Great to see such young talent in Ireland.
Well, of course, they're very well known in Ireland, but now you're trying to, get them well known over here in the UK and get them some bookings around the country.
Oh yeah, we're going to come over to the UK more often, do a lot of gigs, and even think maybe go to the States and that. They're getting a little bit of airplay in the States, so we're very happy about that, and they're getting great airplay in Ireland and shows like your own in England here in the UK. It's great to see it, and thanks very much for all the airplay you give them, and they're doing amazingly well now at the minute, so building up a huge fan base, and there's a lot of interest in them, and they have a couple of duets lined up too with a couple of big names that we're excited about and will help the band as well, Yeah.
And not just a manager yourself, of course, you're a songwriter as well, and I believe you've written some of the songs for the Tumbling Paddies.
Me and the lads, we co-write a couple of songs. We done Pretty Girl there with another guy, Paul Galler, and we co-wrote I Guess, and between us, so we have a lot of new songs ready to go out shortly, so we're co-writing an album at the minute, and so we're excited about that.
I don't know what's left to do. It could have been me, it could have been you. What have we got to do?
They're a lovely group of young fellows, and we'll be playing you some of the Tumbling Paddies music later in the show. Now, Carol Scanlon has been involved in Irish dancing virtually all her life. She's got lovely dance studios in Birmingham, and we went along to meet her. Ciaran, you're the current world champion. Congratulations.
It's a really good feeling, and I'm just thankful for all the support and from the teachers, the dance school.
Now, it must be a great achievement to, win the World Championships last year, but to win it again this year.
Yeah, it's like quite a relief because it wasn't a fluke the first time and you've retained it. So, no, I think it's a better feeling the second time round.
Oh, Caitlin, what was it like for you going to America this year and competing?
It was a great experience. Like, it's always good to use it in your life experience. You don't just get like dancing out of it. You make so many friends, and it really brings together the Irish community from all over the world.
And you also compete in the team?
Yeah, team. It feels a bit different because you can share the nerves together and you work as a team, and you really make great friends through it. So I do really love doing team, and I'm glad that I'm part of a team. I got into dancing through my family because my mum danced and so did my nan, so it's always been in the family.
Callum, I believe you come third this year.
Yeah, it was just such a relief as well because I wasn't expecting it, especially after all the hard work. It's such a good feeling when you get a good result. We work all year round to work up to competitions, but the Worlds is a major.
Ciaran, what would you say to young boys and of course girls at home sitting tonight watching this programme and would like to compete at the standard you are?
I think you just need to enjoy it because if it shows you're nervous, you might not dance your best, and go out there, you've put in the hard work, enjoy it, and just listen to everything your teacher say and take on all corrections.
Carol, you've got a wonderful dance school here. You must be very proud of all your dancers.
Very, very proud of them, yeah. But they do work hard, and we've got a good work team behind us, I don't do this on my own.
Now, it must be great as well for, enthusiasm and everything else to have some world champions in your group.
Do you know what? World champions don't happen overnight, and it takes years and years to get there. It's not all about world champions, but it's such a bonus when you get one. And we've been very lucky. We've had 4 world champions, and we have a girl that's 6 times unbeaten world champion.
We saw all the younger children as well performing for us here today.
That's where you start. You start from all those little ones, and your school does not rely on world champions. There's a wealth of dancers here. There's room for every single dancer in the school.
Does a lot of people want to get involved in Irish dancing now?
I think with the river dance explosion, which is years ago now, I mean, these children won't even remember it starting, it wasn't, river dance made people realise what we do. It didn't change what we did, but it made people realise how good Irish dancing is. It was a great advert for us, and it made it more accessible for boys, you know.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and how you first got involved in Irish dancing.
I was about 6 or 7, and we lived in Birmingham, and there was an Irish dancing school at St Anne's in Bradford Street, which was the heartbeat of the Irish community forever. The late Bobby Smith taught me, and Patsy Kiernan, and it was a shilling a class. And from there it progressed, and then I stopped dancing there, and I went to dance, who eventually ended up to be my aunt, Anne and Eileen Kelly, and progressed quite a bit. And from there then, Father Murphy and Our Lady of Lourdes said, get down there and start teaching the kids, and I opened up my own school.
Tell me a little bit about your Irish heritage.
Well, my mum, who is still alive, 95 this year, Maggie, she is from Glenamaddy. My father was from Bannistow.
Many congratulations to Carol and all her wonderful dancers for the great success they have had down the years. Now don't go away, it's time for us to take a little break. Welcome back. Now, Coley Folan was a huge part of Sean McDermotts GAA club in Warwickshire for many years, and recently the club organised a memorial day for Coley, who sadly passed away at a very young age. Now we're off to meet some of Coley's family and members of Sean McDermotts GAA club.
We have travelled to far places, seen a million faces, tried to do as Romans do in Rome.
Deirdre, can you tell me a little bit about Coley, your husband, how much he was involved with Sean McDermott?
Coley was heavily involved with McDermott from the early 80s. He played himself at senior level, and then when he retired from playing, he went on to manage underage teams all the way through 10s, 12s, 14s. And then he went on to manage the senior panel as well.
Now, Sean McDermott meant an awful lot to Coley, didn't it? It was his life.
It was indeed, yeah. Any time there's anything involving Sean McDermott, Coley would be the first one there, yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit, obviously he sadly passed away at a very young age. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, we'd all been at home on the Sunday. We went out to lunch. Then we came back on the evening time, and he was just sitting in the chair, and he was a heavy snorer. And I said to him, don't you dare sit there snoring. I said, come on, up to bed. And he got up and he set his alarm for the morning and got to the top of the stairs, and I could hear him gasping for his breath. And then I heard a bang, and I shouted, are you all right up there? But that was it.
My goodness, that must have been a horrendous shock to you and to your family.
Yeah, it was awful. It all still doesn't seem real, even today.
Now, Eilish, of course, today is a great tribute to your dad here. There's so many games going on, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, actually, it's quite similar to a day that we used to hold at our local park, Partner Heron, where we used to gather for a day called GAA for Africa. And the fact that now that a day similar to this is in memory of my dad, it's definitely a great tribute.
Yeah, and it's great to see so many teams from Ireland as well come over for it.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's quite ironic, really. If Dad was here, he'd love days like this, seeing the Irish come over. And in the first year that we held the tournament, a local team from Dad's area actually came over, and it was a really, really good tribute.
Keenan, did you get involved with Sean McDermott through your dad?
Yeah, ever since I was able to walk, really had a ball in my hands. So as soon as I was able to walk and talk, I'm sure I had a football kicking it somewhere.
And you, of course, played Gaelic football with Sean McDermott since you were in the underage.
Yeah, right through, so I must have started under 8s, under 10s, under 12s, under 14s. And my dad always used to follow me through as well as manager, so it was good to have that as well.
And of course, you're following in his footsteps now, aren't you? You're keeping his memory alive here with Sean McDermotts, playing in the senior team now as well.
Yeah, definitely, always will as well. Always remain with Sean McDermott's playing. Maybe in the future as well, managing, coaching, see how it goes.
And Deirdre, of course, as a family, it's great that you're all here today and still heavily involved with Sean McDermott.
Yeah, but it's part of our lives now. I grew up with Sean McDermott, then Coley was heavily involved, and the kids have always been involved, and we always will be. They're like our second family, really.
Always Irish to the core. We have been many things to many men, but that won't change the way we are. But this one thing we know we can be sure.
Sean McDermott was first formed in 1957. The club has grown from strength to strength in those years. We run underage 17s, 19s, 21s. We've also two underage girls teams, under 12 and under 14s, a senior girls team and two men's teams as well. We play a partner here in Birmingham. That's where all of the competitions and games are played. It's a very family-orientated club. Generations, first generation, second generation, and actually third generation children playing now at this moment in time.
Now, how did you first get involved with Sean McDermott and playing Gaelic football?
I first got involved by my father bringing me out to Glebe Farm many years ago. I think I was about 9 years of age when I first started. Played at every age level all the way through, eventually managing teams, and I've now ended up as chairman of the club.
Now today here, obviously you've got such a lot of people here for this special Memorial Day to remember Coley Folan. It's a special time for the club, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very special time for the club. Coley was a much appreciated, much loved, well-known member of the club.
Today is all about Coley Folan. So for today we've invited teams from Dublin. So we've got St Sylvester's, Ballantyre St John's, and we've got Round Towers Clondalkin, who've absolutely supported us brilliantly by bringing, it must be up to 120 children to take part. We've had teams from Glasgow Gales who are just on the way back up north now. We've had teams from London, Parnells, and we've had St Lawrence's coming down from Manchester. So for a tournament like this, it's like a little bit like our ABC. That we do down in London.
And of course it's a great tribute to Coley Folan as well, that all you guys have got behind this, put in so much time, effort and everything to remember him as a great stalwart of your club.
It is, and you know, I followed my young lad in Declan, and I remember Coley walking down the pitch with two footballs in his hand, and he would never ever have 3 or 4 because he kept looking into the bushes trying to find them balls that he kept losing. But one of the things Coley did with the McLeans, etc., and many other people that supported Coley, was he just thought, bring the juveniles through. And the more and more that we grew, the more and more the other clubs had to grow. But Coley would go out and he would get every lad and girl, including, really up to a state of brilliant, you know, really passion to play Gaelic football, go out and wear Sean McDermott's shirt and pride. But he was very, very well respected. You know, you go out a partner here and he was a great player, senior manager for us, also a county manager, I believe, for us as well. Sadly, when he did pass away, the club basically stepped up and says, look, we need to bring Coley. Coley had a passion just to bring the juveniles through, the younger players through. So we all set ourselves out the stall. We would never forget, you know, Coley. And the kids and the Irish lads as well, they always remember the tournament. And the football and all the children's rides, which is, you know, for £3, everything's free. And for me, that's Coley. You know, the family are fantastic, as you've seen met earlier on, and that's who we really want to do it for. And make a name for him, you know, really make him proud as he looks down on us to say Gaelic football's still alive in Warwickshire through Sean McDermott.
For after all is said and all is done, and that judgment day has come, we know that we were Irish to the core. We have travelled to far places.
Joe, you've got a lovely clubhouse here and wonderful playing fields as well.
Yes, we have, Martin. It's a beautiful venue. We have up to 22 football teams playing here annually. We have a rugby team, and we have opportunity like to have the Gaelic football here every year, and other things that go on the field all the time. We want to keep the space green. It's open green space, but unfortunately at the moment, JLR want to take it away from us. They're proposing to take the clubhouse away from us by 2022, and we are going to petition the council to encourage them not to change of use of the field. It's been like this since 1984 this clubhouse was built. The club has been over here for 40 plus years and we want to keep it green for our next generations to come.
And of course, it's the hub of the community as well, because as we see today here, there's so many families here, so many young boys and girls playing football, and it's somewhere for them all to go.
Absolutely, and we want the families here and we want to keep them here. It's not just the field that's it's about. We have snooker teams, we have darts teams, we have dancing, we have salsa, we have rock, we have ballroom dancers that have used this club for 40 plus years. All these people are going to struggle to find venues like this in this area because there is just nothing left. They've all been taken down. We've got a change.org petition going online at the moment. We desperately need 10,000 signatures to encourage that to go straight to government.
Yes, we know we were Irish to the core.
What a great day we've had here with Sean McDermotts Gaa Club, and what a lovely tribute to Coley Folan. So many teams turned up from all around the country to take part in the games today. Well done to them all. Now, earlier on we mentioned that we were going to play you some music from the Tumbling Paddies, but we're going to end the show with a song from the lads tonight. See you next time.
Hitching a ride to somewhere way down south. We'll find ourselves under the sun, barefoot in the sand, and I'll watch you run, 'cause there's somewhere that I wanna take you, take you, take you. Oh, pretty girl, won't you take this man? I'll rock your world any way I can. Oh, pretty girl, won't you take this man? Won't you take this breeze on old freedom's highway, for this is our life, gonna live it our way. Yeah, there's somewhere that I wanna take you, take you, take you. Oh, pretty girl, won't you take this man?